Faith through suffering. Faith through suffering. We sent out a poll about a month ago and asked some of the spiritual things that you all may be interested in. It was almost anonymous that everything I looked at, every note I looked at said something about faith. Isn't that important for believers, right? That's in the word believers. Faith goes a little bit farther than belief, right? Belief is, I know it can happen. I believe that it can happen. Faith says, I trust that it will, and even if it doesn't, my God is still sustaining me. Am I making sense? So this Palm Sunday, we give glory to Christ and examine the scriptures. He's our salvation. In fact, that's what the name Jesus means. God saves. But he's also our suffering servant, whom, as we'll be celebrating next week, took on that old rugged cross on our behalf, took on the penalty of sin on our behalf. I got to tell you this morning that meant the Lord was going to have to. Am I preaching yet this morning? On our behalf. Isaiah 53, 1-5. I want you to watch this. The prophet writes this: Who has believed our message? And to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind. Watch this: a man of suffering and familiar, one from whom people hide their faces. He was despised and we held him in low esteem. Verse 4 says, our pain and bore our suffering. Yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him, and afflicted. Again, this morning, our topic is faith through suffering. Because it means that we're going to endure times of hardship. Am I right about it? Maybe you didn't realize this when you came to the faith, but to become more like Christ and to get to know him better will also mean that we will endure times of suffering. That's one of the ways that the Father conforms us to the image of the Son. Persevering through suffering makes us more like Jesus. How about a definition? I'm pretty confident that all of us probably would know what it feels like, but let's consider a definition. Suffering, here's one I found, is the state of undergoing pain, distress, and if you know what that means. Yeah. This could be physical pain, right? Emotional pain, financial pain, spiritual, marital, family pain. The aspects of suffering can penetrate any and every area of our lives if we're honest about it. Some of us have been suffering over the same type of thing in our lives for a long time. Somebody we care about, something that happened to us, fears and anxieties that we have. Am I right about it? Just ask our good friend Job. He'll tell you a lot about rich or poor. Still going to